Hello everybody! So I have a quick update on my recent bloom, which is the Masdevallia floribunda. As you could see here, it's definitely, um, floriferous. Based on its name, which is floribunda, it actually is floriferous. Yeah, floribunda. That's the tag there. It says Mexico. And I would suppose this is the Mexican variant. Alright. Because definitely this species of Masdevallia has a very, what can I say, varied characteristic on its flowers depending on where it came from. There are variants that are towards the redder pinkish side, and there's the variant that is towards the yellowish color or hues. So definitely this is different from those other two because the um, the petals are, it has a blush a little bit but not very obvious. The more characteristic feature is the spots on the petals, and it gets sparser or much more far apart from the center, as you could see there, once it goes outwards towards the tips. And the tips looks like long tentacles, as you could see from the end of each petal. Alright, there are like 3 tentacles per flower. And as you could see here, there are about like how many currently open ones. There are about 6, and there's some others, 3, yeah, 4, that hadn't opened yet. Okay, so and there's still some like small ones coming out from the center of the plant. Yeah, so definitely this one of the easiest Masdevallia species to grow because it's very it tolerates warmer temperatures. It can tolerate towards up to the higher 70s and maybe lower 80s. Of course, they would try better in cooler temperatures like lower 70s and the 60s, of course. And I guess that's why it kind of like my apartment, because that's what usually my air conditioning is, and it's much cooler now during the winter, and that's why it's blooming great. Yeah. And this guy is in semi-water culture basically. So I have a little bit of water at the bottom, and this doesn't really dry up because I have a very high relative humidity in my terrarium. So my terrarium tank is about 95% relative humidity basically. So yeah, it really likes its humidity, just like in the forest that where Masdevallia orchids like to grow. Um, and it really doesn't require a lot of light. As you could see, these leaves are quite green, but it kept on blooming still. And the reason behind this that they're kind of green is that I have very minimal light, um, supplemental light or artificial light applied on this guy. And as you could see, they're all facing in one direction because I have the light source around in this area. That's why they're facing that way. As you would know, orchid flowers tend to face towards where the light is coming from. And of course, as you would remember from my last update, here are all the Vanda Pacharo Delight flowers in full bloom. And as you could see, the tessellations are much more obvious right now compared to when they started to open, which they are darker and you don't see those patterns, those tessellation patterns. As you could see, the ones that kind of like look like spots of lighter shades, right? But still, I like the lip on this one, right? It's really nice. dark, looks like taro, yam. Yeah, looks like candy. Looks like candy, purple candy. Yeah, so happy with that one, and I'm really happy with this one. So I recommend for people who are trying to grow um, Masdevallias for the first time. This is definitely the Masdevallia species that's very easy to grow. You know, a lot of people hybridize their Masdevallias with this one, so it would be more tolerable to warmer temperatures. And definitely this is one, you know, tolerating Masdevallia to grow in your home. All right, so yeah, hope you enjoyed this update, and I will be updating you very soon with my other blooms and other updates on growing my orchids. And yeah, thank you for giving me some time to show you this Masdevallia flower. And hope you have an exciting orchid growing experience in the coming days. All right, keep I'll keep you posted, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. And yeah, happy orchid growing to all my orchid growing friends.